Hello guys, and welcome back to more PES 5 here at the City of Manchester Stadium, now known nowadays through its sponsorship Etihad Stadium, but of course this is 2005, so it's still the City of Manchester Stadium. Well, it was a disappointing game. The last game, a 2-0 away defeat to Bolton, meant that Bolton got through on away goals. It was an utter disgrace, I do find. It was Mark Poom in goal. Mark Poom's, if I think that Al-Mimi was too tired, and I should have put Lehman, and I'm going to regret that decision. Probably never will win the D2 cut if I go up. But at least we can focus on the league. The last game before we've done halfway through the season. Let's see how far we can go up the table. I think this is 7th versus 8. As you can see, full strength team, including Ryan Smith. I'm including Ryan Smith in that sentence. He is a full strength team the way he's played. He scored the most goals for my team so far this season. And we look like, and I think he looked like he could be a hidden gem for me. Lupoli is not paid as well as he has done on Retro Football's PES 5, but then again he has only just signed him and he is on about, I think, season 5, so Lupoli will probably grow, but I'll probably want to get rid of him and then probably sign him back later down the line, maybe, I don't know. Ashley Cole looking to go forward, but let's end this weekend on a high before we go into the negotiation period. Cole, Gilberto Silva. Henry hasn't actually scored yet in this whole season. For Freddie Lundberg. Gives off to Silva. That is a free kick. And this is a very dangerous area if Henry can get this just where he wants it. Henry, straight in the wall. Freddie Lundberg off the bar. Henry's ball, free kick into the wall, and Lundberg managed to get it and shot, and it's rocked the cracked the dot, hit the crossbar. There we go. But Man City still yes. Man City would have been an interesting team to be. Of course, they had this was 2 seasons before they got all their money. Or well, actually, no, they had one owner, like a Chinese owner, which started bringing Alano, Zabaleta, and all that. Before the main owner, the Abu Dhabi owners. So I do count it as 0708 as the first season with some considerable more money than they had. And then Sven Goran Eriksson in charge. 0607 was the last time they didn't have money. That's way I cast it. But if you go by the Abu Dhabi money, 0809 was the first season, and they signed Robinho randomly. Ashley Cole. It's deflected, and Arsenal win a corner. Can Ryan Smith? Oh, no. What? That was a corner. Ryan Smith has scored in every game he's. Actually, no, he didn't score against Boca Juniors, did he? Or did he? Can't remember. Sorry, not Boca Juniors. Oh, it's not. I think. Actually, no, I think he did. I think he scored in every. Yeah, I think he scored in every game he's played in, or at least assisted a goal in every game he's played in, so he has been a real surprise to me. Ashley Cole. I think that's gone off for a City ball. It has. Bischoff. For Joey Barton. Smith's going to win that one. He has. It's not. Fabregas gave him too much to do. That's poor from Ryan Smith. Lundberg. Fabregas. Perez. Blocked. So had such a brilliant, impressive win against Boca Juniors away. Sorry, PES United away. But it's just dropped off a little bit in this weekend of PES 5 videos, with a draw, a defeat to Bolton Wanderers when they looked sure as hell to go through in the D2 Cup quarter final. But again, my PES 5 and 6 Cup hoodoo continues. I've failed to get past the first round in every cup I've been in. Henry with the ball in the middle. Looking for Smith. Campbell is going to let that go out. What? He touched it after it went over the line. The rise for sale. Spelt right thanks to the FLS patch, because they always misspelt it and had 1 L instead of 2. There's Claudio Reyna. Blocked. Man City suddenly decide to start playing. battle of the bottom two, but they're only 6 points off the top of the table, so it's a very close league. Only 6 points from bottom to top. Only 8 teams in the league though, hence why it's so close. Frederick Lumberg comes back inside. Says Fabregas. Perez. Gilberto Silva! Blocked. And that was gone off for a corner. Henry's drought has nearly lasted half a season now. Half a season nearly gone by the end of this match. And still Henry is yet to score. Not like the man. Ryan Smith has scored 3. No, scored 2. Double of what... That's 2 more than what Henry's got. Ryan Smith, who doesn't even play football anymore. Here is Ryan Smith. The 18-year-old. No, the advantage was played, but Man City can make an advantage of it. Joey Barton. Hello, Torre. Ryan Smith, what are you doing? Thatcher, who elbowed Pedro Mendes and knocked him out in the season after this. A little factory here. Here's Musapa. Sampa, sorry. It's gone over everyone. Good save, Almunia. It came straight at him. The poor defence again from Arsenal. The little defensive lap. They've had a few of them this season. It looked like it was something of the something from the past coming back up in the last episode and this episode. Joe Barton. But they had generally improved. There's a bit of mix up. Still not away. They generally improved in last weekend in the Bolton first leg and Boca Juniors away, which is now PES United away. Sorry. But they have failed to really improve on that, and they've done 0-0 draw against Rangers, and then they didn't really threat. No one really threatened. Both teams. It was a very boring game. Sorry for you guys who watched it, but. Yeah, Arsenal have gone back onto a little blip after a slow start. Lawrence won it back. Lundberg, run onto it, you prick. Headed back towards... Oh, play advantage. Henry was on for goal. Whether it was offside or not. There was the best chance of the match. Lundberg hitting the crossbar and out of play. I'm going to leave it as it is. Henry and Smith to kick off again. Smith has taken Bergkamp's place. Really probably do need a Schwartz or a Mutu or something like that. Just there's no pace other than Henry. Well, and Henry's just been playing poor anyway. I'm going to do a massive clean sweep, spring clean of the team. We're going to probably set up... I've changed my mind. Van Persie's probably be sold. Owusu Abie's played alright, so he'll stay. But Lupoli will be sold now. Unless I can find someone who'd like to loan him. I think you can loan him this game. I'll be filming that game as soon as possible. Ashley Cole. Gilberto Silva. Away, Lauren. I think Bolton was 0-0 at our first game series, so we've still got to play Bolton away again, so I expect that as another loss unless we get our heads out of our arse and learn how to play football away from home. Away at the Reebok. Man City being the better side of the second half. Well, both teams have been pretty poor, but they got the chance and it's wide. Sinclair. They waited and waited. They finally got the ball into the middle and Trevor Sinclair just wide. Long ball up to Ryan Smith, who's actually an SWF, which a side wing forward, I believe. So pretty much a winger, but he's played well in this the role he's been given. Perez, Gilberto Silva, looking for Ryan Smith, who's been beaten to the ball by the City centre back. Barton, the rise for Sell. Campbell gets the ball in the end. Here's Smith. Tackled well by the City defender. Smith looking to win it back. Campbell. Colo Torre. giving it back. Almu just hoops up as far as he can, and Smith's won the ball. And what's Thierry Henry got? Can we have a bit of Thierry Henry, please? A bit of the real Thierry Henry, please step up. Puts the ball into the middle. Smith's arriving. He was aiming for Gilberto Silva, but it didn't work. Fabregas. Henry's just been a shadow of himself so far this season. And they win a foul, win a free kick. What's Thierry Henry got in his locker this time? Henry! Off the bar! It was straight and it was heading in. The keeper was beaten, but he also beat the goal. We weren't heading in, but you know, it was beating the keeper, but it also beat the goal. Hit the bar. Henry's come close again. Still can't break his nearly half a season goal drought. Fabregas. So far we've only scored 5 goals altogether. 6 goals altogether. No, 5 goals. So the whole team's not really scoring too much, but Henry, we've got to take some of the burden, mate. So strikers will probably be the main aim. Colo Touré comes hurtling in. Lauren. Fabregas. For Henry, and that's made Henry. What a ball that is. Thierry Henry. Tackled, and it's another free kick for Thierry Henry. Can he score this time? That's going to be straight in the wall. No. Oh, hit the head. Lauren. Henry's had a few chances today, but it's just not going right for him at the moment. Who would have thought Henry and goal drought in the same sentence? Who would have thought? Campbell comes hurtling in. Does enough to put the City attacker off. Here's Fabregas. City attack. Ryan Smith has had quite a quiet game. He's probably lost his run inside after having a few games off because of his fatigue. Being young and inexperienced, he's does seem to fatigue quite easily. But let's see what we're going to do. Right, we're going to change player. We're going to take Ryan Smith off, who's been a little bit disappointed in this game. We'll probably put Alexander Kleb on. He hasn't really played much. He is a good player. I'm thinking we're probably not going to change our formation, but if you suggest a formation to play, I will try it out and see how it does for us. Ashley Cole, Henry. I might put Henry through the middle. And put Smith on the left and maybe Reyes on the right or something like that. That's a ball and a half to Ishmael Miller. Defence caught napping. Colo Touré. I think that's a penalty. The referee's giving it. It's a yellow card. I don't know if it is a penalty or was it just outside the box. Oh, I think that is a penalty. We'll see the sub first. Alexander Kleb. And Owusu Abie comes on. No, it's just outside the box. How lucky. It's on the line. It's on the line. How wasn't that a card? Touré was very lucky not to give away a penalty in the box. Lauren. Campbell. Webb. Henry. Not going to get that. Come on, Arsenal. What has happened to us? Done poor. Bischoff. Trevor Sinclair. They might even leapfrog Arsenal into 7th place if they can score here. There's a block there from Ashley Cole. Campbell away. No, Ashley Cole away. Stoppage time of 1 minute. I don't think Arsenal's going to have any more attacks. Touré blocks the pass. Campbell. Can we have one last chance? No, it's 0-0. So it's been a very shit weekend from Arsenal here. Well, the uploading of the weekend. A 0-0, a 2-0 and a 0-0. Arsenal, this transfer window's come at the right time. They started to come back and then they've just stalled a little bit in the last 3 games or so. But yeah, transfer, it's just come at the right time. We've got 8,300 in the bank. We're going to sell a few players, but you'll find out this, and we'll have a look at the table before we go. Right, we know we've got a financial problem. Let's see the UEFA ranking announcement. Let's see my team. It'll be 76, 70. Oh, they had more teams, I think. 68th. We're ahead of We United. just below West Ham, Master League ranking. Let's have a look. Okay, so we'd stay 7th. We've now lost ground again on PES United. They've won a game, so that's now 8 points. But we're not out of it. We're only 4 points off the 2nd position. We're 2nd bottom. But really, that was a must-win game. You see the financial problem. Of course, there you go. Nearly just over double what the whole funds are at the moment. So let's have a look at we'll just quickly see how that happened. What happened? PES United beat Portsmouth. We United beat Celtic 0-0 and a 2-2 draw by Laddie Bolton. Just going to quickly show you what we've got next. We've got Bolton Wanderers, Portsmouth, and then We United for next weekend. The weekend after we've got Celtic, PES United. Probably play all 4 games there. So 2 more weekends, and I'm not sure whether I will start PES 6. I'm really enjoying this bit too much. Let's see who got. We would have had Man City in the next round. Celtic and PES United. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Check out the previous episodes, and I look forward to seeing you on Friday when it's negotiations.